All right, sun is shining. Time to plan for some big trips. Joining us, Christine McDougall from Expedia Cruise Ship Centers. Thanks for being here on the show.
Thank you for having me.
We've got to plan out the next few months here, and you've got 4 great options for us. And I hear so much about Tofino. This one tells me about it all the time.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fabulous trip, and there's it's a long way to go. It's a long drive. You've got a ferry, but once you get there, it's just spectacular. I mean, the beaches are amazing.
So where are we going besides the places that have sort of been defined by Tofino?
Well, there are some fabulous deals. There's a great property. It's on Cox Bay. It's just beautiful, gorgeous beach. I mean, it's just spectacular. And the Pacific Sands, you can find some good deals still for the summer. I mean, $350 a night. You can put a family of 4 in there, or you can just go as a couple.
That is a deal if you can put the family in there. Now, do you have to tell them in advance if you're bringing kids, if you need a cot? How does that work?
When you book, you just make sure you're getting either 2 queen beds or a king bed with some pullaways or a cot, that type of thing.
And you can get away from the construction like we're hearing right now back here at 180 West 2nd Avenue. Now, that's one great option on Tofino. There's another one that you recommend as well.
Well, if you don't, I mean, that $350 for the middle of summer, I mean, that's a good price compared to a lot of other properties. But if you can wait till September when all the crowds have gone, then you'll find a much better deal. And this Cox Bay Beach coming in at $260 a night, that's a smoking deal. This is a beautiful property, and it's right on the beach. It's probably a little more adult-oriented than family-oriented, but it's really gorgeous, and you'll find mid-September, the prices start to really drop.
Okay, so you're keeping us sort of within a 5-hour drive of downtown core. Give me super kid-friendly.
Well, Kelowna, you know, great beaches, great walking trails, biking trails. Everyone loves the Okanagan. And most of the resorts right on the beach, they're pretty pricey. But you can stay at the Comfort Suites, which has a fantastic indoor water park. So you've got hot tubs and indoor swimming pools. It's a beautiful property at a great price of $184 a night. So, you know, that's going to make it a lot more economical. So you can go out and do some shopping in the area, great restaurants. It's convenient to everything in Kelowna.
And if we want to just step close to BC, but step out of BC, you're saying down south there's another example of a great water park?
In Centralia. This is the Great Wolf property in Centralia. And look at that water park. That's fantastic. The Great Wolf Lodge is coming in the end of August, so just before Labor Day. You're looking at $240 a night, but that includes the water park, and this is a fantastic water park. I mean, you're talking water slides of all sorts, the big typhoon slide. It's just amazing. I mean, that would be a lot of fun.
Almost Disney-like inside.
Yes,
all right, so give us some tips now. If we are traveling, we've got a travel budget. When should we try and travel to save a little on that?
Well, off-season. I mean, the beginning of January and the beginning of September, everyone's getting the kids back into school. Sports are starting. Everyone's quitting smoking, quitting drinking, all those things. So that's a fantastic time to travel. That's when the prices are the best. So beginning to middle and late September, beginning to middle of late January is a really good time.
And mid to end of June also a good one?
A lot of kids are actually out of school in the middle of June. A lot of the private schools end. So if you can go in that peak, that little period between the middle of June and the end of June before everybody is out, there's some really good deals in.
And if we're taking a road trip, what are some good tips to save some money?
Well, you know, everyone stops at the gas to get gas, obviously, but if you go in and start buying candies and soft drinks and ice cream, you're going to really add onto your trip. So take a cooler, take a little cooler in the back of the car, load it up with some fruit and water and juices, some sandwiches, and it'll just stop those impulses.
All right, and last but certainly not least, when some of us are not going through reputable services in terms of finding properties and whatnot, what are we looking for when we're looking at reviews?
Well, you should always try to use a travel agent if you can, because we really know what is reputable and what is not. But if you're looking at reviews, Expedia as well as Monarch are both verified. They actually have guests and clients who've been there, and so you know they're trusted and worthwhile. TripAdvisor is also a great resource. Just be careful, read where the people are, and also check the dates, because if they haven't been there for 2 years and they're talking about construction, make sure it's going to matter for your trip next month.
Speaking of construction, you got a kaboom on that verified point right there. Christine McDougall, we're so glad to have you here. Expedia Cruise Ship Centers.